start.
I don't like
Come on, everybody, ready to get Good morning, everybody. Looks like we're getting in. We're going to go ahead and get started with today's connection points. We are live online, so hello to everybody viewing at home. Probably nobody there just yet.
There is 10 people.
10? Wow, that's a lie. So good morning. Hey, we're going to go jump into our meeting today. So welcome back, everybody. It's good to see you all. It's crazy. We are finishing the summer. If you are, anybody have kids right now? Anybody with kids in school? Like, this is the last lap of summer. My kids start midweek next week. Melanie's start at the end of the week this week. And then a lot of districts the week after. So this is the last gasp of summer. If you see a lot of kids like with their eyes turned down, sort of slowly walking, a lot of parents feeling the same, that's it, man. I tell you what, as a parent, I mourn summer, I think, more than my kids. Because I mourn the loss of my quiet morning, right? Like morning goes from peaceful coffee to like all-out warfare the minute school starts. Like, you know, where are your shoes? Yeah. So anyway, that's what's happening in the world. It's a great opportunity to touch base with your clients as we head into the school year. Just a connection. So cool. How was your summer conversations? Well, hey, it's been a while because it seems like they've been on some kind of whirlwind world tour. But Keller Williams is not like every company out there. We are a company founded in ideals. Our beliefs are part of that. Our Y4C2T is here to tell us more about that. Back from the Great White North, Mr. Brent Beachel.
Hey there. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you all. You know, one thing that we have when you go to a bucket list trip like Alaska is you come back with things. You know, gift stores and all that. We ended up coming back with COVID. Yeah. So we all went last week and got all tested every day and finally got through it, and so we are ready to hit the road running. I love giving the quote of the week. And this week I was listening to Brian Buffini, and he has this podcast, and it's a great free podcast. If you ever want to check out Brian Buffini, you can do that. But his title of the message was The Importance of Struggle. And you know, it's appropriate in this season of the market the way we are. It's a little bit of a struggle to find a listing or find your buyer. And so, the one thing he said is many people will seek lives without struggle, but struggle is a great teacher. And when we prepare for it, we can learn from it. Because we all will go through that life and death struggle like a caterpillar that has to go into a cocoon to become the butterfly. But that's the only way we're going to learn how to fly. And so that's a part of what our Y4C2Ts are. They're the encouragement to get us through those struggles in our industry and in our personal life too. So we love doing it together. We're going to ask everyone to stand up. We're going to repeat our Y4C2Ts all together. You ready? Here we go. Win-win or no deal. Integrity. Do the right thing. Customers, they always come first. Commitment in all things. Communication, seek first to understand. Creativity, ideas before results. Teamwork, together everyone achieves more. Trust starts with honesty. Equity, opportunities for all. And success results through people. Great job, you guys. Sit down and let me give you 3 quick things of KW culture. Okay, so I like this last one right here. We have to know that success results through people. It's a result, you know, we're going to have some times that we may struggle with lead generation. How do I call someone? What do I say when I meet them and all that? But if we want results like that talks about, it's going to have to come from the people that we talk to and that we meet. And so when you do that, that's great KW culture. The second thing of KW culture is that we always want to perform to the level of our practice. So how's your practice going? You know, this is a great time to button down the hatches and really get practicing on what you do. How are your scripts? Do you know what you're gonna say when there's an objection? This is the time to learn it. You see, it's better to practice here than practice on your clients out there. And that is great KW culture. The third great thing of KW culture is you wanna be consistent. You know, when you're consistent in work as an agent, man, nothing like that. It's said that average consistent effort will beat amazing inconsistent effort. And that is great KW culture. And with that, have a great culture week.
That last one took me a second to digest. I was like, yeah, that's right, yeah. Consistency beats everything, right? And I like to say, you know, imperfect something always beats perfect nothing, right? So just do the work day in, day out, and you will see the results. Back to the, Brent, you were talking to me about stress, right, and challenge. You know, it's a universal law. I say it all the time, nothing grows in comfort except for debt and your gut, right? But the truth is, progressive overload is how we get better, how we get stronger, how we get smarter, right? If you want strong bones, you have to put them under pressure, right? If you want strong business, you got to put yourself under pressure. It's the same thing. So feeling uncomfortable is a good thing. That's how you grow. I say it all that time, you know, get comfortable being uncomfortable in this market challenges you to do just that. So hey, moving on to our events and announcements. We've got a lot going on here at Keller Williams. So this was an event we hosted last week that we just wanted to share a little bit about. Some of you were there. We called this She Builds Wealth, and it was just such an honor to be a sponsor of this event. It was an honor to have our phenomenal realtors there as part of the panel. We initially released 60 tickets for this event, and we thought, wow, that's great, and they sold out like that. And I said to Sam, don't stop selling, they will never all show up. And so we upped it to 80 tickets for a room that held how many, Sam?
I don't know.
Maybe the room was supposed to hold 50? Yeah. I got there at 2:15 for an event that started at 2:30, and there were women swarming in the parking lot. And it was just packed the whole time. That room, by the end of the event, was 81 degrees inside. If you were on the window side, you cooked slowly through the whole thing. And yet, when we finished, they did not run away. They stayed and had conversations and sought out our panelists. And so Mary and Suzanne were both panelists at that event. Alice was supposed to be, but unfortunately had the vid. Any takeaways, ladies, from it? Put you on the spot.
It was a really amazing event to see, you know, the women there and some men that were there. But the also sharing, you know, everyone sharing what they've been through, what they're doing to, you know, get more business. And it was just amazing energy there. So,
Yeah, would absolutely agree. Suzanne, anything to add?
I just think any time that you can collaborate with other people, there's always value in it. And so I learned something from each person on the panel as well. Like just to hear there's different ideas and like, ooh, I like that. Like Marnie's little Super Bowl squares, like just different things because you know we get into doing our patterns and we have things that we stick to that are success, but then just going, hey, that's a great idea. That would be really easy to implement. I could implement that. And so just walking away with something to implement myself, just from the ladies that were on the panel. But even this whole week, just having people reaching out during the week. Caitlin's here visiting us, and that was her first time exposure to KW, and she's here today in our team meeting and checking things out, and just having other agents reach out during the week too. And I think that you guys had other appointments this week as a result too, for our market center. And so I think just showing the value that we have here at the Market Center and showing the quality of agents that we have and just being able to showcase that was wonderful. Yeah. You know,
Keller Williams is different in that when we decided to start our growth, there was that conversation about what do we call our offices. And as I understand it, the conversation went, I think Mo Anderson said something about they're not offices, they're market centers. Because a Keller Williams office should be the center of the market in that area. And that's why we do these outside events, because we want to be the training company for the region, right? And whether they're Keller Williams agents or not, we want them to know that if you need the center of the market, you found it here at Keller Williams, and it was just a great opportunity to share that with the broader community of realtors. I would say the panelists, I had the benefit of knowing everybody beforehand, but it was fun because it was a group of women who were phenomenally gifted in real estate, but also would have been one of the most fun dinner parties you could attend. So really great opportunity. So we will be doing more She Builds Wealth events coming up. Just to let you know, what we're kind of doing is creating a She Builds Wealth community for Riverside that we will be doing quarterly events for, as well as some other things going on. So pretty excited to be having that happen. Cool. We got Ivar monthly breakfast coming on Wednesday, August 2nd, which is tomorrow. That will feature Rialto Mayor Deborah Robertson. These are really, I mean, I have to tell you, when they bring in like city councilmen or mayors, you get insight into what's happening on a level that you're just not going to get from the papers. I know when we had the city councilman from Ontario came in, he talked about the development happening in Southern California, which is primarily at this point multifamily rental units. To me as a realtor, that means we need to advocate for single family homes, because California will lose the dream of ownership if they don't build single family homes. But I also learned about the rail line to Las Vegas from Ontario, which is moving forward privately funded. So they're just laughing in the face of California's high-speed rail and building one, which is phenomenal. That's going to be such a neat thing to have in California that we can start talking about in the Inland Empire. So these are great things. So
tax dollars be damned, huh?
Tax dollars.
Well, $1 billion in tax dollars be damned.
You know what? That's going to get you
just in research.
Just a little bit outside of LA.
Totally.
Anyway, but this is going to be great. So stop by, be a part of this. Should be a great opportunity to learn about what's happening here in the Inland Empire. Cool. Ignite starts back up on August 8th, and that will be every Monday and Thursday then. I added something to this, and I want you to just take a note. If you're going to be attending Ignite, dress to do business. And honestly, here's what I want you to think about. What is your uniform for success? Do you get dressed in the morning, and as you're getting on your clothes for the day, are you putting on your uniforms for success, or are you rolling out for comfort? We already talked about that nothing grows in comfort except for your gut and debt, right? So when you put on your clothes to go do business, are you putting on a uniform for success, or are you putting on clothes for comfort, right? And so when you're attending Ignite, I expect that you'd be showing up in some type of business attire. Does that mean a full suit? Yeah, if you want to own it, absolutely. But slacks, collared shirts, dressy attire. Does that make sense? Cool.
Yes, the 7th.
On the 7th. Yes, on the 7th. And I'd carry that over to the Market Center too. This isn't a gym, this isn't your club, this isn't the Elks Lodge, this is a business place, right? And so when you come here, you should come knowing that you might be running into other people's clients, and you are putting forth something to them as well. Get dressed in your uniform for success. Now that could be a Keller Williams t-shirt and some slacks, but it better not be wrinkled, right? What is your uniform for success? So just something we're going to keep coming back to. But Ignite, also this Ignite, get ready. We're going to have a lot more accountability around the lead generation, because my goal for this Ignite course is I don't want anyone to get out of there without business in the pipeline. And that is only going to happen. I've learned over the course of these, that's only going to happen unless I hold your feet to the fire. And you know what? That's where you want your feet. That is where you want your feet. Because if you're not going to be successful in real estate, what's the point, really? So if you're getting and you're developing those skills, you're adopting the models, come to Ignite, because this is going to be your bold course for starting. All right?
That's
so we want you there.
Tony Robbins.
What's that?
Tony Robbins, where you walk on the. I did.
All right. Well, we could do. We'll get some solid waivers before we do that. Good deal. Good deal. Hey, speaking of business, we've got this course coming up on August 16th with Alice Beachel, 100 Days to Greatness. This is the Buffini Foundation course. Now, Brent and Alice, have built an incredible business and an incredible life, and they've been using a part of Buffini for a long time. Alice, what else do you have to tell us about 100 Days to Greatness?
Well, when they sign up, they'll get a 12-pound box of all the materials that we use. So this is a 3-month course, and we're going to meet once a month, and you're going to have my...
You're not on camera. So there you go. Perfect.
Oh, you're going to have 100% support. I don't teach it, Brian Buffini does, but we facilitate it. We talk about it. You're going to have a monthly, 3 months of monthly newsletters. You're going to have 50 note cards. You're going to have the CRM. We have one at Command, but the CRM is the one that you're gonna use. And you get that for 100 days, 100 days of training, 100 days of support from me. It's the way that Brent and I built our business on calls, notes, pop-bys, relationships. And you know what? Our business right now is slow, so we want to get in there and get it done and retrain ourselves. And it's only $3.95. If it's $4.95 up there, but if you have your NERDS number, it's $3.95. That's a very good deal for what you're going to learn. You'll be able to take it with you throughout your career. Do we have the video?
I think we do.
All right.
No, we don't. Hold on, let me see about.
Yeah, you click on the 100 Days of Greatness.
Sam put it in here somewhere. Go.
Click it.
Aha.
There you go.
She told me earlier how it works, but I didn't listen. There you go.
I think there's one little commercial.
2, 1, hit add. Then I'll bring this back up real quick. Hold on. Sorry, we got another window open up with my Latin jazz.
Ooh, I like Latin jazz.
Man,
Lovely.
Live life with flair.
Live life with flair.
There you
That's
go.
great.
Back that up.
Back it up.
And there you go. Exactly.
Learn how to build a fortune, a lifetime career in just 100 days. 100 days to change your career, your finances, your future. Would you invest 100 days?
Read first. There you go.
30 years of real estate. There's never been a comprehensive new agent training program in the real estate business. Even at the cleaning company, with all the resources and training and coaching we didn't have one either. Can you turn it all the way?
Yeah, I'll turn it up. Sorry.
Well, now I can finally tell you that after years of working on this program, we have built the most comprehensive step-by-step program ever built for a brand new agent. Here's what this program includes. We start off by talking about the opportunity of real estate itself and how this can be such a fantastic business. Then we get into the fundamentals of working by referral, building, sorting, and qualifying a database, which is the essence of this whole business. We'll teach you how to reach out and contact your database, how to demonstrate your level of care for them, and ultimately build a sense of community with your entire customer base. New agents are going to learn the step-by-step process of what to do and how to do it. So when we say send a mailing to your database, we provide the mailings. When we say send out an e-report, we provide the e-reports. When we say write personal notes, we provide the note cards. It's a fully built turnkey program. Then it gets really exciting. After helping the 100-day students develop leads, we take them on appointments with me. You know, over my career, I've developed some pretty good skills. And I've done thousands of transactions and trained millions of realtors. Well, for the first time ever, I've brought the camera crews with me on my appointments to see how I host an open house, how I follow up using a video message to turn that prospect into a lead. Then the initial buyer call. You'll see me actually interacting with the buyers and really cementing the relationship and setting up the buyer presentation appointment. You'll see my full buyer presentation. That is a step-by-step process we call the purchasing pathway. We actually will give you this resource and show you how to give a professional buyer presentation. Any rookie can watch this video, download the resource, and follow in my footsteps. Next, you'll learn how to show like a pro. You know, most agents, they learn how to show a house from watching Home and Garden TV. Well, this is a showing with a real live real estate vet, from the pre-showing to the showing itself and the post-showing. Then we'll talk about the crown jewel of real estate opportunity, the listing appointment. Students learn not only how to get a listing, but come on an actual listing appointment with me. You'll follow along as I present my complete home marketing plan. You'll actually receive this resource as part of your program, and you'll be able to follow along and give a world-class listing presentation. Then we'll talk about the sticky part of real estate, when the listing doesn't sell. And I'll walk you through what can be a difficult call, the price reduction. In addition to all these rock-solid fundamentals, we also share with you how to leverage your technology and develop a phenomenal online lead conversion strategy we call the Rapid Response System. After that, we'll teach you how to manage your money as a small business owner, how to be a time management wizard, and how you can stand out from the competition by providing world-class customer service. finally, I lay out the entire real estate career path to show you what's possible for the next 100 days, 3 years, 5 years, 10, and 20 years from now. Take the course, and in 100 days, you're going to be well on your way to a successful career in real estate. You can be very, very proud.
All right. So if you'd like more information, talk to Alice.
It's actually pretty cool.
Yep. Very good. All right, let me get back to here. There we go.
Fundamentals, man. That's it. That's important
It's
stuff.
the fundamentals. I don't
That's
get
it.
paid anything for this. This is a volunteer on my part but I'm excited for it.
Yep, very cool. So you can scan the QR code for more information. It says $4.95, but is it actually less with the NERDS number?
$4.95.
Your NERDS number gets $100 off of that.
You all have the NERDS number, by the way, which
I was
is
going to say,
weird.
for the layman, what does that mean?
It's something to do with the National Association and your number from them.
Right.
Why it is NERDS, I don't know. I would think of any other acronym personally, but that was the one they chose. So.
National Association of Realtors and.
Department
Probably because
of
NARDS was
Services.
not good, so they went with NERDS. So that's probably why that is. The NARDS number was not. Okay, moving on. Hey, so guys, this is something we're excited about. And again, Keller Williams is the center of the market. We've been here at this location for 10 years. And for 10 years, we have been a leader in the industry in the Riverside metro area. We want to celebrate that. But we also know it wouldn't be possible without the thousands of co-op agents that we've worked with over the last 10 years. Your businesses wouldn't be what they are without all of the co-op agents that you've worked with. So we would love to invite them to be part of that celebration. This is August 24th at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And so we want you to help us get the word out. We want you to send some personal invitations to reach out to those agents who thought, I love working with this person. I want to work with them again as soon as I get a chance to. So that's August 24th. Rose, anything else that you'd like to add to that?
Yeah, and we're gonna have food, entertainment, lots of fun. I'm probably we're gonna be having, I'm not sure if mimosas or just champagne.
Champagne for sure.
Champagne so that we can celebrate. It's gonna be fun. It's just one of those days where, you know, you just come on in and bring, like you said, a co-agents that you've worked with.
Yep.
That, you know, just tell them to come along and celebrate this special anniversary with us here.
Yeah.
Or anybody who's used to be with Keller Williams.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
maybe they're like, oh, they used to be with us, let's invite them.
Right.
Oh, what them missing?
Absolutely. So, and big thanks to Rose for spearheading this. She came in and said, it's been 10 years. We need to celebrate that. And so we said, yes, we are doing that. So thank you for spearheading that, Rose. Should be a great day. Cool. And then let's talk about our listings. So, Azer Houseau just listed a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath for $555 in Paris. Lovely home there, $555. Just a great entry point to the market. Also, you'll see in just a bit, right around the median price for a home in Riverside County, or in our area of interest. But 4 bedrooms, 2 baths for $555. Unbelievable. So questions that come to my mind, is it divisible? Could you pick that up for $555, turn it into 2 units in cash flow? Maybe. Right? And that's just some things we have to be thinking about as investors, but also as people looking for opportunities. But at that price point, it's probably going to have some competition, would be my guess. We have, from the Tanya Bambrick team, this is a gorgeous listing at 2742 Vandermellen, I don't know, drive. 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3,343 square feet for $1,169,000. Welcome back, Tanya. Beautiful home. She gets some great photography. I gotta tell you, I want to move there. Just listed from the Jacks team, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 3,000 square feet. This one's in Norco, so 3,000 square feet on single story. That won't last. $968,000. Talk to Bob Jacks for more information. We've got the Caring Realtor team, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, $1,774 for $435 in Hemet. That will go quickly. Suzanne, anything to share?
We have offers.
There you go. Told you, it's gonna go
So you
quick.
need to submit today if you want it.
Nice. Is that 55 plus?
No.
Wow. So yeah, that will go fast. So very good. So if you have anybody looking, you should call them right now. Good. So just listed 3 bedroom, 2 bath for 1,590 square feet for $725 in Norco, California from Jules Farmer. And you'll see that does have a lovely pool in the back as well with solar. So call Jules for more information. And then coming soon from the Hungerford team. No, yes, get out, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. This is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2,415 suite for 15 feet for $780,000 in Moreno Valley. Tyler, what do you have? That looks like a good lot size on that thing too.
Yeah, 27,000 square foot lot. It is the largest lot in Sunnymead Ranch. We have our own private sea gate. It's on a hilltop. You get 360 panoramic views. So it's pretty amazing. So that's why the price point's a little bit higher than
Standard Moreno
donkeys
Valley.
for that price. Standard, yeah. What was that?
Do you get donkeys for that
You
price?
do get the donkeys for that price. They come in. They've got a trough. Everything. It's great. Just kidding.
Okay, we said, wow, donkeys included. So, do you think you're priced under?
I think I'm priced competitively.
Okay, there you go.
We'll say that.
All right.
We'll say that.
All right, then we've got Brianna Santana with 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath for $3,525 for $1,125,000. I saw Brianna in the office earlier. I don't see her in the room right now, so she can't talk about it. So there you go. Well, hey, we're gonna do our July. Oh, yes.
We got one. I thought I was gonna make it up there.
I don't know. You have to talk to Sam, see why I didn't.
1266 Grossmont in Canyon Crest area.
Yep.
Single story, 1,660 square feet. 630 is the price.
All right.
And it went live last Friday.
Oh,
And,
then it might have. I don't know why I don't have it up there. So
Did you have it coming soon before though?
we did, but it didn't make it on last week's either. So
Oh, well.
yeah.
Talk to Sam. Make sure we got the codes right.
Yeah.
See what that is.
You got it.
All right. So, well, yeah. So to give you those stats one more time.
It's 3-bedroom, 2 baths, 1,660 square foot.
Single story.
Single story, Canyon Crest.
Yeah.
Selling for 630.
630. Well, can you press 630?
A good price in that.
Good deal.
area.
How's that
Really
interest?
good price,
Interest
actually.
been good?
We're looking.
We're getting there. Okay, good. All right. So, hey, market update. And I call this market update Write Your Destiny because we're going to do this just a little bit different. Now, the market numbers are what the market numbers are. We'll go through those. What's important about the market numbers isn't just the numbers, it's the story that goes with the numbers. It's how you're going to take those numbers and you're going to use those to build your business. That's the Write Your Destiny part of this. So let's take a look at it. These are the active listings in our area of focus. That would be Moreno Valley, Riverside, Paris, Norco, Eastvale, and Harupa. So what you can see is currently we have 2,519 active listings, and that's as of today, August 1st. You'll see a trend of active listings over the last, year to date. We've seen the number of active listings go down. Now, that's not super surprising, just because we know what's going on with interest rates. However, this is not the sales. This is the number of listings that went active, right? So what's the story? What do you see when you see that? If you're going to talk to your clients, what would you tell them about this slide? Yes?
There's less availability after or towards this part of the year, or as it starts to come out, we're in a
Yep.
decline.
Yeah, if I'm talking to buyers, I'm going to say, listen, that it's getting tighter and you're going to have more competition on your offers. What's the story to sellers?
You don't have as much competition.
They don't have as much competition, yeah. Absolutely. What's the number one law of economics?
Supply and
Supply and demand. Guess what? If you've got supply, looks like there might be more demand because supply is low, right? And so this is an important thing to know, that the listings number has gone down. Now, as a real estate agent projecting my business, what do I have to see?
Double down.
Double down. Opportunities have been going down. Typically in a summer season, we would see the listing inventory go up. The active listings would go up over the summer and then come down, where we've continued to trend down all year long. So, as a real estate agent, that tells me this is not the time to relax. In a typical year, a lot of real estate agents check out in the fall. You cannot do that, right? This is the point where your opportunity becomes even greater. Knowing that most people check out, knowing that the market is encouraging the checkout, you're going to be the one who reaps the late harvest, right? That's going to be you in this market. So our total sales, just kind of looking at total sales over the last couple of months, April we had 559 sales, May we had 683 sales, June 624, and July 515. And again, this is our area of focus. What I'd love for you to do is turn to your neighbor and tell them the story of this slide. On your mark, get set, talk to each other.
This slide.
What do you see there?
What do you see there?
Interest rate hike. So we see a hike in May, a drop, a hike in June. So that's the inverse, right? So, and then you get more inventory in May. May, so that's why you see June it's been a straight decline. So you have less available properties, prices have risen so high that buyers are willing to interest. It's causing major issues. They did, and then July they shut. July they raised it. As of yesterday, that may change 6.5, which a month ago we were at about 5. That's 8. By 6.5, are you getting any concessions? Nice. Sweet. Those are the best. So, very careful with that. Getting credit.
Let's hear about it. Let me tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. You are an expert in this industry. Compared to the general population, you have an amount of knowledge that they could only dream of. What does your expert eye see on this chart? Anybody want to throw this out to me? Brent, yeah, go for it.
So historically, the sales always go up in that springtime into the summer. Look at June, and you're just talking, opened up and saying, okay, school's coming back in. People want to buy before June, before July 1st, because they got to get moved in, get their kids registered for school, all of that. So historically, we always see this start to drop off. Used to be, we started school in September, so we'd see the end in August. Now it's school's moved up sooner. The whole thing is shifted over.
Yeah,
but that's historically.
Yeah. Yeah, Alice.
Oh, you gotta prepare that October it starts kicking in again. And if you take the 100 Days of Greatness, this is a great time for August, September, October, to get that good foundation and then go into the
Last quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be able to pay for Christmas and the beginning of the year. We all have dues that are owed for car and NAR and everything else, right? And so you'll have the funds there available with a good kick from here to the end of the year.
Cool. What else? What do you see? What's this? What's the story you see here? Yes, Rose.
Well, of course, it starts going down, you know, in July because school is coming in here in August. People just don't want to move anymore. But I think it's a chain effect also with the interest rates. You know,
Yep.
You know, they say if they sell and then they move to their next home, they're going to pay the price for it.
Yep.
That's their thought. But there's a way bigger picture than what they're thinking. So it's just us preparing ourselves and doing the presentation and doing the numbers.
Absolutely. Something to be aware of. Sam, go ahead and I'll jump in. Go ahead. You please.
In comparison to the years, we are in a very, very tight market.
We are in a very, I was just going to go there, so thank you. Yes.
Yeah, very tight market. And yes, the interest rate, yes, the moving, yes, all that, but overall, we are very, very tight market. What does that tell me for the sellers? Great. For the buyers, it's okay, but still good. If you are gonna live there for a long, long time, it's fantastic. They're always coming up with the interest rate so high, and why I'm gonna sell right now for 2.5% to go to 6-7%. Well, you gotta change your thoughts and your tunes and take a look at the whole. Don't become a financial advisor, but take a look at all their payment per month. Includes their car payment, mortgage payment, interest rate on their credit cards, and take all that then you start compare it to 7.5%, it's a pretty good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Just think a little bit different.
Yeah.
So one other thing that tells me is you as an agent, you have to work 3 times, 4 times as hard just to be at par.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. This is a market that we can't just sit back and wait for business to come to us, right? And we have to have conversations in our sphere and understand the motivation, understand their financial situation, and understand that the best time to buy a house is when you can buy a house, right? Because the fastest way to build your personal wealth, your personal net worth, is to get in the real estate market. And the difference between people who are renters and the difference between people who are homeowners and net worth is like about $100,000, right? So if you want to help someone long term, don't let them be afraid of the market. Understand their situation, and if they are able to buy, and it's the right time to buy, help them to get into that. So absolutely. Does this look like a crashing market to you based on what we're seeing so far?
No.
Good. What's the number one fear on buyers? That the market's going to crash. Well, I'm going to wait till the market crashes. I don't know how that's going to happen in California. But we'll keep on with our slide. So, hey, days to sell, this is the median days to sell. And we're going to look at median and average. But right now, again, does this look like a crashing market to you?
No.
Doesn't to me. We've got 13 days median. Now, median means over half the homes are selling in under 13 days. That's median, right? Right? So that's what I want you to understand. The median is the halfway point. They're either selling above or they're selling below. Half the homes are selling under 13 days. That is an incredibly fast market. That means pricing pricing matters, and if you price right, boom. If you've got a home staying on the market more than 13 days, what does that tell you? You got a price issue. Absolutely. Now, can you sell a home with a price issue in this market? Yes, because inventory is low, right? But if you've got a home that's stacking up days on market, then you can go back to your homeowners and say the median is 13 days, right? And so what we're doing every day we stay on the market at this price is we are hurting our eventual sales price. Because what you're going to look like is you're going to look like the wounded zebra on the plains, right? And when we eventually do that price reduction, people are going to come in, they're going to lowball your price reduction because they know that you have a wounded animal, right? And so we want to come out strong so that you get chased down rather than they think you're limping, right? So, Sam, anything to add to that?
No, just like anything else, days on the markets are like acid.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So price against your competition. Price against your competition. Look what's on the market. Look what you're competing against. Price with that in mind. Days to sell average is 29, right? And that's why I like the median versus the average. Because if I say average, I go, well, 30 days in the market, that's average. I don't know. If 50% are selling under, I think that's failing, right? And so as I go into my listing appointments, I'm going to go talk to my sellers with that information, that the median, over half the homes are selling under 13 days, right? The average is thrown way off by homes that sold quicker and homes that sold way longer, right? So just something to sell. But again, in a market like this, we don't see any pressure on pricing as far as pricing down. If homes are selling in 13 days median, 29 days on average, I don't see a lot of pressure down on prices. Where's the pressure on prices coming from right now? Interest rates. Brandon, what are we at rates right now?
I say FHA is in the 6s and conventional is about 7 or higher.
7 or higher. Yeah, exactly. And so when we look back at this slide, we see a dip in January. That's not, that dip in July, that basically is unaffected by the rate change. That happened late in the month, right? So the rate change is going to affect August numbers. I think it's going to have an oversized impact on the August numbers.
Heard that.
Yep, there you go.
Feeling it.
So just, there you go. Yeah. Anything to add to that, John?
Not happy.
Okay.
How much more important it is to price your home right.
Price your home
Be
right.
a little bit below, let them bid it up. If they're doing it in 13 days and your home is clean, you're gonna be one of those ones that gets that offer in the 13 days. And you're gonna know, pretty much you'll know the first weekend you do an open house, if you're in the right mode, because come that following Tuesday, you should have offers. And if you don't, then you better start priming the pump and letting your buyer, your seller know that they may need to come off their number.
Yeah. The other thing that you need to be aware of in a lending environment like this is pre-qualify your buyers. Pre-qualify your buyers. Do not waste your time driving people around who cannot buy a home. If someone comes to you and they say, I want to buy a home, my household income is $45,000, how are they going to do, Brandon? Yeah, no, right? So pre-qualify your buyers. If they say that, say what price are you looking? If they say anything other than like 125,000, it's probably not, and then that's not gonna happen. So pre-qualify your buyers. Pre-qualify your buyers. Yes, Suzanne.
Brandon, are you guys still doing the lock and shop?
Yes.
Do you want to? I think that would be a good.
Please tell me.
It's actually really
sounds like we're bikers now. Lock and shop.
But if you're watching the rate, if the buyers, if you're getting them pre-approved and you're watching the rate, if Brandon has them and he sees even a little bit of a dip, he can lock them at the lower rate, so it gives you time to shop some more instead of you're out shopping and every day the interest rate is going up more. So, but you're the pro.
Correct. So different lock periods have different requirements. So if they lock it for, I think, greater than I think about 120 days, then there might be an upfront fee. But if it's less than 120 days, then that's pretty much what a credit report is good for, up to 120 days. So then there's usually no upfront cost to that, and might as well lock it in and not have to worry about that pre-approval slipping away from you.
Yeah.
So okay, so that comes at no cost to the buyer, or is that an additional cost?
Every lender is different, but it's usually the period of the lock, it will be upfront. If it's longer than 120 days, usually it's going to cost something upfront.
Okay.
If it's less than 120 days, then usually it's not.
Right.
Nice. And that locks.
Are they able to lock it before they buy the property?
Yes.
And we can float down.
There's again requirements. They have to change by so much.
Okay.
It might be a small cost, but usually I do a break-even analysis. Say, hey, it might cost X, but it's going to save you this much more.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So this is the time when your lenders matter, right? You want to know what's going on. You want to know the programs. You want to be in communication on it. Good. Median sales price, $554. And again, this is our area of focus. This is not Riverside County. This is Riverside, Norco, Moreno Valley, Jurupa Valley, Eastvale, Paris, right? So that's just kind of give you a sense. That is the median. I just want to understand that's a very varied real estate market there, right? Paris is a dramatically different market than Norco or Eastvale, right? So what you need to do, and I want you to become an expert on this. I don't download a spreadsheet, crunch numbers, and make a chart. All right, I go into the MLS and I click the stats tab. I select the cities I want, and then I run the report. And I want you to get used to using that report, because this is stuff you can do weekly, right? So that you know what's happening. So please, please, please be doing that.
Look at
but
August,
again,
everybody.
What's that?
Look at August.
Well, August just has one closing, and it was 380.
Well, then there you go.
So it doesn't count yet. But yes.
That interest rate is dropping.
Could. I didn't look at the home. We could see, but I mean, I don't know what it could be a trailer. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But
my clients under 500 are offering way above list price. My clients over 500 are seeing crickets on their houses for listings.
Okay.
So.
Something to be aware of. Also neighborhoods and demand and all of that, right?
That's true.
Okay. So expired listings, it looks like it's giving us the finger. I saw that chart and I was like, come on, man. Just so you know, expired listings in our area, there were 89 expired listings in July. Now, that just, again, expired listings typically part of the bread and butter of the real estate agent. That's not a lot of expired listings for the number of agents. However, I will tell you that the number of expired listings is greater than the number of notice of default sales. It's greater than the number of real estate owned, so foreclosures. It's greater than the number of HUD homes. So I just say that, and I'm sorry, that's the Riverside County numbers. So the number of expired listings in our area is 89. That is greater than the notice of default, HUD, or foreclosure in the entire county. Why do I say that? If you are spending a lot of time calling notice of defaults, it's a very small portion of the market right now. I would rather you change your efforts to expired so there are more of them out there. You're still going to face that competition. That is all to say, if you are not working in your database, don't bother, right? Work in your database, work in your relationships. The goal of your database is to speak to your database and to speak through your database. Because it's not just the people you directly know who are going to buy or sell, 6% of the population. It's the people your people know who are going to sell, right? And so we say referral. A deal that comes through your database because somebody said, oh, you've got to work with David. That's not a referral, that's your database, right? That is your database. A referral is when another agent from another company or another area calls you and says, I'm going to give you I'll give you this to you for a 35% referral fee. The stuff that comes from word of mouth in your database, that's the point of your database, right? So that's why we're working in that database. So hey, those are the numbers as they stand for this month. I want you to write your story for it. You've seen all of the slides now. You've got a good look at the market, of what's happening across the market in at least our area of focus. If you want to go more detail on a particular city or more detail on a particular zip code or more detail on the county, go to the stats tab on the MLS. It is really easy to use. It makes me look like a genius, and that's hard, right? So use it. But what I'd like you to do now is we've had a couple opportunities to deal with the slide and then to talk about how we can use that to build our business. Because everything that you see here is an arrow in your quiver, or everything that you see here is an impediment, right? You could look at every single one of these slides and say, wow, listings are down, that's why I can't be successful. You could look at total sales and be like, total sales are down, that's why I can't be successful. Days to sell, I don't know, it's just too tough, too much competition, that's why I can't get buyers, days to sell. You could go through all of that, median sales price, average sales price. You could talk yourself into failure with every one of these slides. Or you can set the foundation for massive success. It's your choice. It's how you'll write the story, right? And so what I want you to talk about right now, we're going to do a little breakout because I got some time. I want you to talk to each other. What's the story that you're going to tell yourself? What's the story that you're going to tell your clients that sets you up for massive success in this market? My last thought before I do that for you. Everything we're seeing here, and I'll get to you, Sam. Everything we're seeing here tells me, and if I go back 4 years on this, that a massive amount of demand is building up. It's not here right now. It's not here right now because it can't be here right now for a lot of factors. But when the economic situation changes, what we're going to see is a massive amount of seller demand that's in your database that's waiting to sell. And so if you're not focused on that right now, when the wave breaks, and it will, you're going to be chasing it. You want to be writing it. So this is the other part of this. Sam, you had something to add?
89 expires. Out of those 89 expired, do you know how many of them have been relisted?
I don't. I didn't run those numbers. I don't even know if I don't know how I would run those numbers. But 89 did expire that month. My guess is, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Cool to know the average of like how often do they relist? Like what's the average on that?
We could probably pull. I don't know. Let me think about how I can pull that data out to quantify it. But it's a good question.
Do every single one.
What's that?
Oh, I was saying, I wonder if you have to go through every single one to find out.
I think you have to pull the report by day and then sort of crunch it that way. So cool. All right. So talk amongst yourselves. What's your story? How will you use this as an arrow in your quiver as opposed to a stumbling block under your foot? Talk amongst yourselves. Go. Yep.
He does have one. That might be a little tough to find investors.